Hello everybody, welcome to Zoe welcome. So basically, in this wonderful tarot reading, I'm going to tell you all, there's a lot of negativity around, these days, right? Yes. So, anyway, while you live in a place, you know, um, let's say for example, you're living with an Aquarius woman, a Virgo woman, and a Scorpio man at the same time. Now, Scorpio man and a Aquarius woman, they don't go together. Nope, right? And a Virgo woman to a Scorpio man doesn't go together. No, they don't. But if you put all three of them at the same time, you know, whether you have the air sign, as a zodiac sign, you have Virgo that's an earth sign, and Scorpio is water sign, right? But when you're in this way about having negativity, and when people drawn into that negativity towards you, even if they say, "Oh, I don't do this. Oh, it's not my fault. Oh, I can't do it anymore," or whatever, right? People will start to make up lies, and they usually will make at least white lies and all that stuff. Because I heard about that. Like I trained about that, right? I trained about what happens when people start to lie and they want to play a game called the blame game, right? They'll blame the person rather than their actions, right? And it happens, right? It's basically whether you live with a home share provider, whether you live with whoever else that you live with and don't get along, right? I can see it from multiple times. This is the way I'm going to explain it to you, because it will reflect on how it's going to be, right? This is the way of how it works, right? And when things are going to go in that opposite direction, whether you probably attuned to it or not, it depends on your point of view. It basically depends on that, because if someone's making a bold lie and they say, "Oh, I didn't do it. Oh, I didn't do it," but then the person calls you like you're being a jerk, you're being invasive, you're being intrusive, you're acting like a bully, stop harassing me. That's what the bully does. The bully will take down the individual who maybe has a disability, maybe doesn't have a disability. It doesn't like that, right? But when you have negativity and it affects from your head all the way to your toes, it can actually kill you. Like the negativity, right? It will make you sick, it will make you unwell, it make you, how it is. And that's how it is. So when you have negativity that can kill you from the head to your feet or beyond that, it does affect that. It does affect your emotions. It does affect about how you're feeling. See, and this is why I'm making this video for all my fans who are out there, because it will happen to you. Whether you live with somebody that has a disability, you basically act like, "Oh, if they have a disability, I will, support them, care about them." Yes. But when a person doesn't have a disability, you try to actually manipulate them. Because they would say, "Oh, it's not my fault. I can't take care of this person. I just want their moolah," as in money. All they care about is the money. Whether if you're working at a different, association, right? And it does involve that. Because when you have a binder of information and it does know about what, the disability person has or whatever, but then when you have negativity beyond about that disability person, whether if they have a good day, a bad day, a worse outcome, it will affect their whole entire body, right? This is why I'm making a video like this, because it does happen, right? It does. And when negativity does kill me, for example, it goes from the head all the way to your stomach, all the way down to your feet. Because it can make you really, really sick, right? It's like getting over a cold. Yes, you have colds for viruses and everything else, but picture it as having a cold that's much worse. Having ammonia, or having more than that, and it does. So it's like when you're acting like that, when you're trying to be insincere, you're trying to do that. You're trying to impose what you're doing in that way. Right? And overall, this is like a good tarot card reading that I will tell you all. But it will happen to you. It will happen when it does. And it will do that. Because, there is basically a lost cause of this. And it will. Right? It will. Because this is the way it happens, right? So, this is how I'm going to do this. Because I'm going to see what's going on here. But anyway, yeah, because in my own way, this is the way how it is. Because this is the way it kind of seems to be that, right? So it's like everything is going to be interesting. But how it would be, right? How it would be interesting indeed, right? This is how it goes. So, here we go. So this is going to be a very interesting reading as well. So, the High Priestess upright, you're using your inner voice. Okay, that's how it goes. Lovers upright, you're making decisions. Okay. Nine of Cups reversed, there's no romance. No, there's no romance here. So, like I say about that manipulation, right? If you're Knight of Cups reversed, you have no romance whatsoever. You're not being loved. You're not in love with that person. You don't care about that person. You like to manipulate that person, whether that person has a disability or not. But you keep continuing. Let's continue with this, shall we? The Emperor's reverse, you're not being nourished. Like you're not being nurtured. You're not doing that. No. The Nine of Pentacles upright, you're basically feeling like you're comfortable. Yes, it is. In this general reading. Okay? And last but not least is the Knight of Swords upright. There's drama here. Drama is basically how it is. Everyone has drama in their own lives. But picture about these three individuals that are zodiac signs that I'm going to mention. We have Aquarius Woman here. We have a Virgo Woman. And we have a Scorpio Man. There are two women here and one man. Okay? Now, picture it. So, basically, this is the way how it works. This is how I'm going to see what's happening in this wonderful reading. Because it might affect you all. But, let's see. So, let me clarify. I'm going to clarify between the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Knight of Cups. I'm going to clarify this. So, we have the Chariot reverse, there's no progress. Lovers reverse, there's no decision. 6 Swords over, there's basically movement. 10 of Wands over, there's basically burdens here. So, between the Lovers and the Chariot reverse, there's no, no decisions, no progress here. 2 Wands reverse, there's no planning. But the Queen Wands over, there's charisma. Exactly, that's how it goes. So when things are not happening as planned, you're moving along. And you're saying to yourself, well, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? It's your decision, not mine. But in this general reading, it does do that. Let's say, for example, between this Empress, the Knight of Swords, and this Nine of Pentacles. So let's see. The 5 Wands reverse, there's no chaos. 4 Cups story, there's a distraction. Two of Cups Uranus, there's no relationships or friendships. Wow. What's this Nine of Pentacles about? Nine of Cups over there's fulfillment. So everything's fulfilled. But in this way about having the Two of Cups reversed, there's no friendships or relationships. So between a Virgo woman, a Scorpio man, and Aquarius woman, they don't have friendships, relationships, nothing. All they care about is themselves. But let's say this. If people need to understand other people, they need to have self-respect. They have discipline. They have what they want and what they get. So let's say about this Two of Cups here. Let me clarify. There's justice that right, you're telling the truth. The Hermit is that right, there's solitude. And the Empress that there's nourishment. So that's the way how it goes, right? So let's say the Virgo woman was the Empress. She wants to get nourished. Alright, fine. But let's continue. We have Aquarius woman next. And Scorpio man coming up as well. So while we have that, let's continue. Let's say about this Queen of Wands here. Let's say about let's say about it could be Aquarius. But let's see. The Devil's upright, there's obsessions, addictions. High Priestess upright, there's inner voice. There's Uranus, there's no decisions. The Sun reverses negativity. I just said that, right? So the Devil's upright because there's basically addictions, negativity, violence, not getting their own way. That's how it goes. So when you have the Sun card reverse, there's negativity. Negativity is going to hit you in the back of the head, right? It does affect that. Whether you're having a good day or a bad day, it doesn't matter. But let's continue. Let's continue. So let's see what's going on with this, between this Devil card and this Sun card. So let's see. Let's see. Opposite of this Devil card, please. The Emperor reverse, there's no structure. Moon reverse, there's no expectations. The Two of Cups reverse, there's no relationships or friendships. See? Here we go again. So, when it was the other way around, so let's see if I put the Empress card here. Now, when the Two of Cups reversed over here, on the right side, is reversed, there's no relationships or friendships. On the left side, the Two of Cups reversed, there's no relationships or friendships either. So do you understand about this is how it's going to go? Yes. So while we have all this negativity that's happening, what's between what the Sun card is? The Fool is upright, there's change. Emperor is upright, there's structure. Devil reverse, there's no obsessions or addictions. Not yet. So let's see what's opposite with this Devil card here. The Death card is upright, there's endings. Because you're focusing on Scorpio. So what I mean is that if the Scorpio woman, or the Scorpio man as I'm going to say, and a Virgo woman or Aquarius woman, they don't go together. No, they don't. So when the tarot cards, as in this reading I'm showing you, it basically does make sense. It does make sense, right? It does. Now, let's go back to these cards here. Now, what's also between this Death card here? Ten of Uranus has no burdens. King of Uranus has no support. Yes, because there's no support for Scorpio. The Scorpio man has no support. Because on a Virgo woman and an Aquarius woman, I know what they are doing. They're manipulating, yeah, that's a good word, manipulating Scorpio Man. Now, yes, you can all get angry at it, fine, but this is how the reading is. So let me keep going with this, because it does make sense. Now, if a Virgo woman has the Empress card, because she wants to be nourished, she wants to be accepted, she wants to be who she wants to, and yes, she's telling the truth and saying, well, I'm not playing this game, it's not my fault. No, technically, it's between Aquarius woman and the Virgo woman. You're hurting Scorpio because a Scorpio man, when he has the King Cups reverse, he has no support. No, he doesn't. No. He's basically saying that, well, if I don't have no support, I quit. I'm out. And he wants to leave. He wants to leave the conversation. He wants to leave the, how he hates the negativity. So let's keep going with this. Let's keep going. So back to this Empress card. I'm going to clarify this. Chariot is upright, there's progress. Ace of Swords here is a misunderstanding. There is a misunderstanding there. When you have a misunderstanding, you're not communicating very well. Right? And I'm going to say this, is that 2 against 1. So, when things are not going as planned, why you keep doing it? And the way how this is, it does that. Right? It does that. So, let's see what's the opposite between this Ace of Swords for this Virgo woman. Let's see. Page of Cups here says no loyalty. Yeah, because the Virgo woman, she doesn't have any loyalty. No, she doesn't. She has the misunderstanding, because that's what she's going to get. The Chariot is upright. She's progressing, because she's progressing the information on what's happening. What's opposite with this Page of Cups here? The Lovers is upright. There's decisions. She wants to make decisions. A Virgo woman wants to make decisions because she thinks she cares about a Scorpio man. She loves to support the Scorpio man, but she's not getting it. She doesn't want to support Scorpio as the man, and she will never will. All she cares about is the money, taking care of the Scorpio man, and all she cares about is the money, 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 right? And that's what she wants. That's what she gets. But if you manipulate people who have disabilities, or if you manipulate that one individual who has a disability and you don't, it's like you're taking advantage of that person. You want to say to that person, saying, back off, leave me alone. That's how it goes. But if you proceed with caution, you're going to do that, right? Like, I can see it. Like, this is not a whole BS reading. No, it's not. So let's continue. So what's the opposite between the left side, the middle, and the right? King Wands here says no, basically, there's no leadership. Nope. What's in the middle? Nine Wands, sorry, there's fear. Yeah, there is. What's on the right side? Ace of Wands reverse, there's no basically new beginnings, right? That's how it goes. So I can see that happening. So I'm trying to picture this. I'm picturing about the King of Wands reverse having no sensitivity of having no leadership. So back to the Aquarius woman, okay? So let's pretend that the Aquarius woman was the King of Wands reversed. She doesn't have the leadership. She doesn't want to take things on her way. She doesn't want to do that. No. She wants to keep, acting like that. Whether, oh, it's not my fault. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No. She wants to keep doing it. Enough is enough. Right? Enough is enough. So let's see what's also with this King Wands here. Real fortune reverse, you're having bad luck. She's having bad luck, right? Aquarius woman is having bad luck because she thinks, oh, it's not my fault. But no, she keeps doing it. And I'm going to say this again. 2 against 1. Remember that, right? What's this 9 Wands about? So let's say Scorpio has fear. He has fear because that's what's going on. Because he has no support, right? For Wands is over there's basically celebration. He wants to celebrate. He wants to celebrate because he wants to act like that. Right? That's how it goes. And let's say about the Virgo woman, whether she has the Ace of Wands reverse because she has no new beginnings. The Empress reverse. The Empress reverse, there's no nourishment. She's not being nourished. So I can see how this is going to go. So let's see. Let's see what's going on with this Aquarius woman who has the Wheel of Fortune reverse bad luck. The world is over, there's completion. The Star reverse, there's no rotations. The Tower reverse, there's no transformation. Lovers reverse, there's no decisions. Star reverse, there's no progress. The Hangman reverse, there's no restrictions. Moon reverse, there's no rotations. Fool reverse, there's no change. Devil reverse, there's no obsessions or addictions. Strength is that right, there's bravery. She wants to be brave. Really? If you act like it, then why you keep doing it? Why, Aquarius? Why, Aquarius woman, that you want to have bravery? Why? Are you being stupid? What stupid is, what stupid does, doesn't it? Let's continue. Let's say about this for once for a Scorpio man. Let's see what's going on here. The Taurus reverse, there's no healing. The Hierophant is that right, he wants guidance. He wants guidance because he wants to see it in his own point of view. He understands about what the negativity is, whether it's going to hit him in behind of the back of the head. He can see it. Let's say about this Virgo woman who has the Empress card reversed. No nourishment. The Sun card reversed, so she's having negativity. A Virgo woman is having negativity because it's not her fault. But technically, when you're saying something that you're not supposed to be saying to the Scorpio man, and whether the Virgo woman is saying, well, I didn't do anything, it's not my fault. No, technically it is. So let's say what's going on with this Sun card. Those reverse, there's no decisions. Turns are right, there's healing. View fortune is alright, she's gonna have good luck. Obviously she will be, but when she has the Temperance upright, she wants to heal. Because she thinks that she actually messed up. Because in my own defense, that I'm going to say is that why would you call somebody like, oh, you're being a jerk? A Virgo woman, when she said that to a Scorpio man, for example, a Scorpio man was feeling hurt. And when he felt that he was being hurt, he was being hurt. Because if a Virgo woman, Aquarius woman, do not care about Scorpio, do not care about the Scorpio man, I'm going to say, then why they want to manipulate the Scorpio man? You know, and when things are not going as planned, why you keep doing it? Why you keep, having negativity, and saying, oh, this is like BS, oh, this is like, I don't like this anymore, I don't like it. Well, then why you keep doing it? Is it like all you care about is the money? Like, do you care about the money because you want to support Scorpio as the man, but you can't? All you care about is to manipulate him with, financials and, saying all these other things that it's not supposed to be involved of your situation? Like, believe me, it's like me saying this thing, I can't do this anymore, I quit, I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but I need to make my viewers laugh in this situation, because it would happen to you. It would happen if you have a disability, that there's something that's, wrong, but then no. Because like I say, disabilities, of all of them, whether if it's in the United States, if it's in, in Canada, or whatever it is, disabilities can get hurt, manipulation, dishonesty, scrutiny, and when you have the way how it works, it's not going to happen. Because when things are not going as planned, right? Whether you live with a disability person or not, it actually hurts you. Right? And I can see it. I can easily see it. And I know I'm not going to try to cry on camera. I'm not trying to. But if I did, it will. Because believe me, this is like emotional reading I'm going to tell you all. I have been here and done that. I have been being manipulated. I've been bullied, harassment. I've been, because a lot of people, they'll think that, oh, we like disability people, let's take care of them. Just for example, until one day, they'll take advantage of that person. And then, whether the disability person lives with a home care provider, or how they like it, whatever, they'll take off and leave and go and live somewhere else. Because they won't handle the frickin', negativity. They won't do that, right? And it's hard for disabilities. It's really hard. Disability people are different than normal people. They want to have self-respect. They want to have whatever. All disability people can actually basically think that they're rich, or they want to be rich, they want to be famous, they want to do all that. That's fine too. But when you have that give and take of the way how it is, it hurts. It really hurts. And it hurts too, right? Because in this general reading, I'm telling you all, it is actually making me cry a little bit, because it does hurt. Like I say, negativity can hit you right back into the head, from your spine, from your back, everything. But when people start to manipulate other people, all they want is power. All they want is action. All they want, they think, oh, it's not my fault. No, it's not my fault. No. Let's blame on a disability person. Let's blame on this. Let's blame on that. Because they love to play the blame game. Because that's what it is. That's how it feels. Whether if you're in the community, whether you're saying hi to somebody, even sometimes it hurts when you're talking to somebody and then they talk over you to interrupt you more than once. Even sometimes a disability person who lives with another disability person, for example, and let's say they want to say something about, I don't know, let's say you're talking to something and it's very confidential. All of a sudden that person will think, oh, if it's confidential, I'm not going to say it. But then, technically, that person will take the confidential information and say it. Say it in front of your face to the one that you live with. Let's say like a home care provider, for example. And then use it against you. That's called manipulation. That's like, it's none of your business. But if you take it to somebody else's, and you say, well, I can't stand it, I can't do it, I don't want it. It's like you're making up like white lies. It's like you're playing, basically, you want to be like, I don't know, let's say you want to be Pinocchio, right? Now, while I'm talking a movie here about Pinocchio, where you're watching Pinocchio on VHS or whatever, I used to watch Pinocchio, and let's say, there was a fairy that was saying something to Pinocchio, and Pinocchio was making up lies. His nose was getting bigger, 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 and bigger. Because Pinocchio was making up lies, right? That's what happens between whether if it's a Virgo woman and then you have Aquarius woman against a Scorpio man who has no support. Because in this general reading that I just told you, it does make sense. And I think that in my own way about how it goes, you think that, oh, everything's fine. No, it's not. Right? No, it's not. Because the way how this is how it goes. Now, I'm going to show you something. And I'm going to do a little magic thing for you. So, while all my viewers are going to look at this, let's see, have you ever have a pendulum before? No? Okay. A pendulum will work for your invisible energy. That's what I have. And I'll ask one question, and it will say yes or no. If it turns a circle, it means no. If it's basically dangling, left, right, like, in front of you, that's a yes. If it's the other way around, it's yes. If it's a diagonal, it means it's I don't know. Excuse me. So, while I'm talking about a Virgo woman and a Aquarius woman on what they did to a Scorpio man who has no support, I'm going to ask one question. So let's see. Do you think a Virgo woman was basically hurting a Scorpio man? The answer is yes. See? So if it's saying yes, and it's basically doing, side to side, it means yes, right? And you think, oh, you're just dangling because it's gonna make you say yes. No, it's not. That's how what it's a magic is. So when it's magic like that I just showed you, basically it is. And that's how I'm gonna see it. To believe it. Seeing is believing. Believing is seeing. You believe in what you believe. You behave on what you believe. Others don't believe because they are non-believers. They won't believe in your information. They won't. They will continue about it, but non-believers don't believe you because they are jealous, and that's how it goes. And it does make sense. So, in the way of how I'm going to say it, and the way of how I'm going to do that, that's the way it is at the moment, right? So, I hope you all like this video. Please give a like, please leave a comment if you want. But the way how this is the way how it goes. So that's how it seems to be, and you understand of how it is. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and I'll see you next time when I do. And that's how it goes. Thank you. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time when I do. Thank you. Bye for now. Really, thank you, and